Shalom. All right. Shalom. Call hello Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Mekah HaKadosh. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, where I continue to learn this 100% true. Shalom to the elder bishops out of Connecticut, who I also continue to learn this 100% true from. Shalom to the elders and the prophets, the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone, who I also continue to learn this 100% true from. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Akwaf, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. Back out here again, the Wadi Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, Abba Raktazah, to praise the names of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God, and JC, and here to talk to you, or to give you the prophecies of what's coming next in Babylon the Great and what's happening around the world, Abba Raktazah. So man, just grateful to be out here again. And things have been brewing up as they're supposed to. Prophecies been coming out as they're supposed to. And Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai has been working, and he's been putting the spirit on his elder apostles on down for them to come out to do this work day in and day out. And just happy and proud to be part, and very blessed to be part of that. And I mean, I don't know where I wanted to start, but I've been talking about a lot of wow, Salaki. Wow, I don't know if that's a worm or something, but the way it's moving, man, it's just crazy. Look like it's like a it's not a snail, but it has that. It's itching. It's inching back and forth, or forward, trying to go forward. It gets stuck. I forgot what you call it. But we've heard news from China about nuclear war. We've heard rumors from Russia about nuclear war. We've also heard rumors of Trump, Nero 47, testing nuclear weapons. So all of these countries are gearing up to get ready to have that final war, that final battle. The war that ends all wars, which is WW3. Bobby, I don't try to make this a habit, but when I Lord willing, get up in the morning, because sometimes, because there's certain things I got to do, I'll get up in the morning and try to come and do my lesson, go on the highways and byways. That way I can get other things done throughout the day, because I'll be working and doing what I do, But anyway, so things are happening, rumors of wars that's been happening, and Yahweh Shai warned us about this. Let's go to Matthew. I'll start at Matthew 24, and I'll start at 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So these prophetic warnings are coming, just like Yahushua said it would. And these strong delusions to our people, along with the other nations, are happening just like the scriptures and Yahushua said it would. And you have to understand that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is in control of all of these things. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is the one who set all of this up for things to happen the way they are. Regardless of what anyone thinks, feels. Everything's happening because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua wanted it to happen that way. And there's nothing, and I've heard this all week, there's nothing you can do to stop it. Listen to this. This is Isaiah 66:4. And it reads, it's bugs, man. And it reads, I also will choose their illusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that which I delighted not. So because they chose to be ignorant and wicked, and chose not to listen to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, this is why he's doing what he's doing. This is why he's going to jack 2/3 of our people up, man. Because we choose not to want to listen to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We want to do what we want to do. And that's Jake all day, man. Just real arrogant and a man, just the brain. Don't listen. I'm talking about you men and you women, man. And this ain't about young men and young women. This is Jake in general. Because ain't nothing changed with y'all throughout time. You hard-headed, what they say, hard-heads deserve a soft ass. But this time, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua ain't gonna give you a soft ass. He gonna give you a dead ass, a burnt ass. Yeah, he tired of playing with y'all, man, and he's angry because you choose not to listen. And then you're very proud about how you go around in the world acting as if everything that happens is because you want it to happen. Second Thessalonians 2:11. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, and they should believe a lie. So that's what's coming. It's nothing but lies. That you're going to fall into the snares of these lies, these traps of these lies. And you're going to be destroyed because of these lies. Salakia. Second Esdras 15:5. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And this is where we at right now. We're coming into that time where we are actually at the door of a lot of death, a lot of destruction. And I mean, it's obvious we're heading into a famine with Nero 47 taking away the government assistance. And even if they allow them to not have, even if the government allows the country to have some, eventually it's a test run. They're going to take it all the way in anyway. because this devil knows that he has but a short time. So he has to bring out his full force. Revelation 6:8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name sat on him was Death. And he followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the field, of the earth. So the beasts on the earth are going to be let loose out of these zoos, and also are going to be removed out of their habitat areas that they're used to, and they're going to start looking at people as food, because it's going to be one big community of beasts running free, doing whatever they want to do. Anarchy. Yes, human beings are beasts as well. So have y'all been, I know y'all been hearing, and I follow a little bit of sports, but not like that. I don't follow sports like that. But I just been reading and hearing a lot about a lot of these football players. One just offed himself, played for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know who he is. I do know that that's Elder Manak, the Zagba team, though. So I'm pretty sure he knows. Maybe he mentioned it, maybe he hasn't. Not sure. What's his name? Antonio Brown. He's an ex-football player, receiver, and something wrong with that man mentally. Something ain't right with him. When he looks in the cameras and take pictures, he looks like something wrong with him. He's on a run, and I read the headline about him being in Dubai, trying to escape prosecution, and they caught up to him in Dubai. So, you know, just a lot of things happening with these football players that's dying or getting in trouble. A lot of people are getting shot. Judgment is going out, man. Judgment is going out hard. More about these rappers, man. Nobody cares about you rappers. I was just listening to the Elder Apostles yesterday and the Bishop, and they was talking about Elder Apostle Tahar mentioned hip hop is dead, and you know, they a little bit elaborated about the rapper Nas, who I'm very familiar with. That's definitely my era of music. So, you know, one of his not his last album, because he continued to work. He continued to work on more albums, but one of the more albums that was more memorable from his first album, and I'm not sure what album it was, but the title of the album was Hip Hop Was Dead. And the Elder Apostles brought that out because they were analyzing the music charts on hip hop records, or how important, or the Billboard, as far as, you know, where hip hop is at right now. And since 1990, hip hop hasn't had a top 40 record. I mean, ever since 1990, until now, hip hop has never had. Hip hop doesn't have a top 40 album on the billboards, and that, you know, that was the receipt to let everybody know that hip hop is dead. Because Salakia, Megan Thee Stallion, that's her name. She has a song called "Lover Girl," I believe. And I don't listen. if I don't have to, I don't listen to hip hop no more. So one of my favorite genres growing up naturally, and you know, my era was the 90s, and I probably stopped at 2003, and then whatever I heard, but you know, I had stopped listening to albums. So if I heard your record, it had to be on some kind of media where, you know, it's going to play, because I wasn't, you know, going out physically and buying copies of records or albums to listen to artists like that. I never really was moved like that. A lot of car crashes, a lot of, I mean, I can't, express enough what I was just reading, like in Revelations and also in Matthew and Isaiah, that ultimately destruction is here, man. Destruction is coming, man. You know what's going to get big again? The diseases, pestilence. They're going to bring that back. And I've been getting weirdos on my comment board, and I don't even address them, man. You know, I know the elder apostles on down. You know, a lot of them, when I see something that I know is really going off, I'll use it for edification. But some of these comments these people been leaving on my comment board is just, it doesn't even make sense how you read the sentence. It's just, I don't know. I don't erase them. I just leave it there. But I don't respond back to a lot of that crazy nonsense. It has to be something that I can use for edification for me to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of be arrogant or ignorant in order for me to, I've been using those words a lot today and this week, I guess. But you have to be in that kind of mode for me to do some kind of response. I'm not going to just respond because you want to talk crazy on the comment board. I really don't care, to be honest with you. So for those who are like, you know, I don't care, man. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm only here to, you know, do what I'm commanded to do, which is come on the highways and byways and teach, and to not be too deep, but one deep, and just preach the scriptures as they are. I'm not here to get, you know, low down and dirty and scientific with you. The E equals MC squared, and you know what I mean? The atmosphere is full of stars and dark matter, and I don't know. I'm not gonna play those games with you. I don't have time to play those kind of games with you. So man, like Salakia, so Jake is really on some. Jake is wild, man. Jake is to the point now where Habash and Yashai is about to get busy on y'all, man. So much going on and so much happening all across the world. It's hard to keep up, but you know, you gotta let the spirit kind of guide you and pick and choose where it wants you to start working or to speak about. So I don't necessarily cover this as much. This is ABC News, and this is talking about traveling by John Harworth. And it says over 1,500 flights canceled, delays mount nationwide on Saturday. So more than 1,500 flights were canceled nationwide on Saturday, with more cancellations expected. Though Sunday, at the Federal Aviation Administration continued limiting flight capacity at 40 major United States airports amid the government shutdown. So one of the things that Jake is not realizing or recognizing is that, there's a lot of planes falling out of the air, crashing, burning. But Jake, it's like y'all don't pay attention to nothing. These ships are having problems. People are not getting paid to come out to do their jobs anymore. So therefore, these types of things are unattended by. People are caring less and less. Let me get that scripture. About one another. Let me get that scripture. Let's see. Matthew 24:12. And because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now let's look up some words here. Let's get the word abound. What does abound mean? In the Paleo Hebrew, no, Salakia, in the Greek.
G 4129, Pleithuno.
In the Greek, abound is pleithuno. Pleithuno. And what does that mean, to abound in the Greek? To increase, to multiply, to be increased. Right? Pleithuno. So, and because iniquity shall increase, the love of many shall wax cold. Now let's get the understanding of wax cold. So the love of many is going. So the no love for many is going to increase, right? And wax cold.
Strong's G 5594.
Sucho is wax cold. Sucho, and it's more like psycho. So, sucho, which is wax cold, is to breathe, to blow, cool by blowing, to be made or grow, cold or cold, cool or cold. A warning of love. So this is what wax cold is. And because of iniquity, and when you jump up to verse 11, it reads, Matthew 24:11, and many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. Aren't we in that time? Aren't we in the time where many have risen and said that, as I read in Matthew 24:6, that they are they are anointed. You even got women who come off as they are the anointed. And the Most High is dealing with them. And, they're on these profiles, they're on these platforms talking crazy, man. And the Lord is definitely not dealing with these people. Damn, I just had an article I was reading. I hate that, man. That's cool. I was talking about the airport situation. Hold on, let me see if I can find that article. Oh, okay, hold on. Salaki. There we go. I'm learning how to use the, I'm learning how to use it. I don't use it as often. So back to the 1,500 cancellations of flight, right? So as I continue on, it says, as of 10 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, 1,521 flights been canceled nationwide and more than 6,400 flights delayed, eclipsing Friday's toll of 1,024 cancellations. So you, Jake, and a lot of the rest of you, you Babylonians, are not understanding that Babylon is on a place in a position of decline. It's going down, and it can't continue to sustain the flow of things that it has been doing throughout the years. Babylon is circling the drain. And it's on its way down. And you just refuse to listen or to realize, and you want to continue to do what it is that you want to do. You're thinking about Thanksgiving and having family over for Thanksgiving and thinking about Christmas and what you're going to do for Christmas. And how about Yahweh Shai is about to destroy all of that? Abu Rakazah, these be the last holidays for Babylon, so we can get up out of here. Major delays at airports across the country continue to persist due to staffing issues in air traffic controller towers and centers. So people are not coming in. They're not coming to work to do their essential job, to have people traveling in and out all around the country. And because of that, it's resulting in fuel tanks not being filled up, maintenance not being taken care of on these planes properly. No order, so now there's chaos, like it is at these airports. It's chaos if you look and you see these people cancel. They're standing there trying to figure out what's happening. Not realizing that Esau don't care about your well-being. So like, I had to get myself, revved up there. But Esau don't care about your well-being. Esau is trying to figure out what he's going to do. What's his next calculated move to bring this place down to its knees, so chaos can happen, so they can get their NWO going. Because they know every day WW3 is revving up. So they're trying to prepare themselves for what's about to happen out here. And Esau will be prepared until Yahweh Shai comes. After that, it's going to be destruction. I got a scripture. Hold on. Second Esdras, I'm going to start at Second Esdras 15, and I'm going to start at 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. That's the gun, the modern day gun. And spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So great tribulation is coming. Great tribulation is here already. I'm going to continue to read on a little bit more, and I'm going to get some more scripture. By Saturday night, there were over 40 air traffic control staffing triggers at the facilities across the country afternoon. There were staffing-related ground stops at airports across the United States throughout the day Saturday. So far, Delta was seeing about 7% of its flights canceled and another 30% delayed. American Airlines and United both had about 3% of their flights Saturday canceled and 30% delayed. Southwest had about 3% of its flights canceled and 25% delayed. If the government shutdown continues, more air travel reductions could be on the way. Transportation Security, TSA, Sean Duffy said in an interview on Saturday on ABC Live on Friday. So TSA workers are calling in sick because they're not getting paid. And we're in the middle of November now. Well, we're about to be. And these bills are still coming. So Babylon is not even trying to work with its citizens. Pressure from below, pressure from below, pressure from above. They are crushing the people, which is going to drive them into anarchy. It's going to drive them to what I just read in 2nd Esdras chapter 15. It's going to drive them to break into people's homes and steal food, to break into stores and steal food, which they're already doing that, to start unaliving one another, forgetting each other's way, and they're going to become frustrated because they're not going to be able to leave their homes. And if they do, some of them leave their homes, they come back, Abarakazah, some of them may be broken into. So this is what we're dealing with, man. Babylon is on its way, man. This is Proverbs 31:8, and it reads, "Open thy mouth for the dumb, and the cause of all such as appointed to destruction." Because why? It's our job to prophesy, to tell you what's about to happen out here. Now, if you choose not to listen, that's on you. And we understand that a lot of you don't want to listen. So we're not mad at you. We do understand the times that we're in. Yeah, you see me looking up. because these planes is that close to me. And what's happening is the world is getting ready to go into anarchy. That way Esau could bring in that NWO for the MOTB, because the MOTB is here. Now, I don't know for you other Israelite camps that can't see it, which is crazy to me, but you can't deny it either. So the elder apostles been saying this clear for many years now, not for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, right? For many years, exactly how it's playing out. So now, what are you going to do for the people that follow you and they want to know about this MOTB and if it's acceptable and what are the terms? And the elder apostles of Great Millstone have been teaching and telling you this for many years on down. Time to brothers like myself that's been giving you the same doctrine that I've learned from Great Millstone, from the elder apostles on down. So now Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai set it up to where he's going to get ready to start sifting. And the world is going to see, because so much is happening for things such as like Isaiah 4:1. It's going to happen so fast, but prophecies are going to happen. Like Elder Apostle Tahar said, things are going to start moving real fast, real fast. You're going to be like, oh, that was a prophecy. Okay, that came and left. Oh, damn, that's another prophecy happening right there. It came and passed. These prophecies are going to be coming in and passing. Circling the drain. When the water is circling in the drain, when it gets time to drain, it goes out fast. But it'll take its time circling around in the sink, right? So once it gets to the drain part, then it all just flushes down. Kind of similar to the toilet. The toilet spins around until it drains. When it drains, and that's what's going to happen here. It's circling the drain, and then it's going to all just shift out. Job 5:22. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. So again, the beasts of the earth represents not just the beasts, but also what we call humans, because Edomites are not humans. They have wicked souls, but they're not humans. You have to have pigmentation to have hue, to be a man. Esau doesn't have hue in his pigmentation. And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to allow his men to eat, as the scriptures say, and they're going to be ready. He's going to put the spirit on these men. Abba praying, Abba Rakazah, be part of those men, to not be worried and to fear all the things that's going to happen. And this is, again, I come back to Isaiah 4:1, that the women are going to see that, and they're going to realize that Esau no longer has control or rulership in the world that they were in. And she's going to be confused, but at the same time, she's going to recognize, I'm going to just say, who the real men are. The men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They're going to see that, and they're going to cling on or to cater to or be joined unto those men. But it's only going to be women that the Most High wants to join onto his men. Because a lot of spiritual power is going to be given to these specific men. And they're going to be able to discern a lot of things at a higher level than they were before that power was given to them, or those gifts were given to them. Because yes, the men of Yahweh and Yahushua do have gifts now, but they're going to have even more gifts, more understanding. This is Amos 9:9, and it reads, "For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth." Let's get that in the NLT. Let's get it in the NLT right here. Amos 9:9 in the NLT. "For I will give the command, and I will shake Israel along with the other nations." Ooh. He's going to go to each nation, and he's going to take out his elect out of those nations, right? "As grain is shaken in a sieve, yet not one true kernel will be lost." That true kernel is the elect. These 12,000 of these men on this board is the elect. That's who Yahweh and Yahushua is going to be sifting and looking for. He's going to search, as it says, with candlelight sticks. Search with let me see. Hold on. Let me get that scripture. Bear with me 1 second. I want to say it's in Jeremiah, I believe. This is Psalm. This is not what I want, but this is not a bad scripture. This is Psalms 132:17. And we're going to get the understanding of it. Psalms 132:17. This is in the NLT. "Here I will increase the power of David. My anointed one will be a light for my people." So, well, okay, it kind of gave it to me, the understanding of it. That's not bad. Let me see if this will come up with. Let me see. This is Jeremiah 29:13, because and there's so much understanding in the scriptures, man. I mean, every day I'm blessed to learn. Every day I'm learning new scripture. Every day I'm understanding and putting together precept upon precept for scriptures, man. These scriptures of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are living water, and it lines up perfectly when you know how to read them correctly. Jeremiah 29:13, and ye shall seek me and find me. That's going to only be his elect. Only his elect is going to seek Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and they're going to find him. When ye shall search for me with all your heart. So your mind is going to constantly be on, when you wake up till you go to sleep, on Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now, I do understand that we have things that we have to maintain and do in Esau's dirty, sucio world here. But throughout any time that you have, that time is going to be for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. There we go. Zephaniah 1:12. I knew it was in there. Zephaniah 1:12. And it reads, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candlesticks and punish the men that are settled on their lees, and say in their heart, Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. So you want to be lukewarm, and you want to be an atheist, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to destroy you for your arrogance and your ignorance. We are in a time where, as it says in what is Ecclesiastes, there's a time for this and a time for that. I'm not going to get it, but you have to understand that we're going through a time where the scriptures tell us, I think, what is it, Amos 5:15? We're going to have to seek Yahweh Bashem Yahushua 10 times more, because things are going to get so bad out here coming up real soon, man. It's going to be like a dream. You ever had a dream where, when you're dreaming, for an example, you're dreaming about whatever's happening in the daytime, and boom, like that, you're in the nighttime, and then chaos is happening? That's how it's going to be. Right now, it's beautiful out. You can still buy the food you want, go certain places. You know, you're free to kind of do anything that you really want to do. But before you know it, it's going to be like the book of Eli out here. And you're not going to be able to do anything that you used to do. And if you're still alive, you're going to remember how not too long ago you was able to do the things that you wanted to do. You have to seek the Most High. Leave this world behind, man. That's like the movie. That's what the movie was trying to tell you. Is that Esau is about to move into the Industrial Revolution, the fourth Industrial Revolution, which is the digital age. I just came out of the store. I was buying my water here. And I had some change on me. So when she told me what my price was, you know, I had change to kind of pay her that along with whatever dollar I owed her. And she said, "Oh, well, you don't want the change?" I was like, "Nah." I was like, "We're about to go into a time where the change is not going to matter anyway." She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah. We're getting ready to head into a digital age." And in my mind, I said to myself, like, how do you not know that? Mind-boggling to me, but this is what happens when you live amongst the Babylonians, that know nothing and care to know nothing. But I'm not going to stay too long, man. I'm gonna say these couple scriptures and I'm going to get ready to break out since I got to make some moves. So this is Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. And we're coming to that time where the world is going to have, the world of Israel, right? The cosmos in the Greek is going to have to lean on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And for those that don't, they will be destroyed. Baruch 4:28, for as your mind go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more. So with that, man, I'm gonna get it. Because I have some things I have to do. So with that, I'm gonna say, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash, Shalom, and salutations and double honors again to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who I continue to learn this 100% truth from, on down, and Shalom to the elect, above, above. Shalom.